Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 10 of my 6-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, myself and 5 AI opponents set to Emperor difficulty are playing a true free-for-all game in which there are no set teams. In this series, I'm playing as the Nomad Sorcerer, Quora the Desert Rose. In our last episode, we continued exploring and expanding. We've continued to make contact with additional cities to try to obtain more vassals. We've been working especially on clearing out and exploring over on this, I guess you would say, sort of the westernmost portion of the map. Now that we've eliminated Melenis and we have her throne city here, we've been using both, I guess, Karzan and also Quora herself to continue exploring over here. Now, Karzan, just on that note, is heading over to retake the city of Zardor, which used to be our Orcish vassal, but was unfortunately captured by Melenis during her kind of rampage towards my throne city. So Karzan's on his way over to take care of that. And then on the eastern front, we've been continuing to try to improve our relationship with Caradon, and we're also kind of exploring and expanding using our Theocrat hero and our rogue as well. So all in all, things have been going pretty well. We're going to try to keep the momentum going this episode. But before I jump in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Devin Larson. Devin mentioned that I had missed an opportunity when I leveled up Karzan. We jump back over. So when I leveled up Karzan, I completely forgot about Inflict Stun. And of course, I had just mentioned how important and powerful this ability is, and yet I had completely neglected to consider it as an option when I was leveling Karzan up. I think I got so focused on spell casting with Karzan that I kind of, like I said, I neglected to even consider the effects of this. But again, what it does, melee and ranged attacks can cause the target to be stunned. Stunned units cannot take any action, so they can't move, attack, nothing. It's extremely powerful when your units have that ability. So definitely something that once Karzan hits level 8, I will strongly consider giving him as an upgrade. Although at least he does have Chain Lightning now, so it's not like I wasted it, but personally I think you probably get more bang for your buck with Inflict Stun because every time you attack, you have a chance to use it. The next comment here is from Insert Username. Insert mentioned that structure I cleared out last episode in regards to, it was this, here we go, this, the name of it is always escaping me, but I believe it was the, what are these, Forgotten Sanctuary or something, whatever the name of this thing is, but I cleared it out using my rogue, and unfortunately I lost a couple of units in that fight, and really wasn't the most beneficial for me because unfortunately the spell I gained from it was not all that helpful, and it's located in the domain of Caradon, not myself, so really not all that advantageous. So I agree with Insert that, maybe not the best decision in retrospect, but I mean, it is what it is. At least I was able to clear it and retain my most powerful unit being this Ignoculus. I also managed to get a Vampire Spider Baby out of it, so it's not like it was a complete loss. Insert also mentioned that clearing out water structures shouldn't be too much of a problem for me because as a sorcerer, many of the units that I'm able to summon, thankfully, have flying or floating, and my sorcerer heroes also gain access to the floating upgrade, and that's in response to a number of these structures in the center of the map here in this giant lake. I should be able to clear these out relatively easily once I'm able to get some units over here. And again, that's due to the flying and floating of many of my units. So just a really good point there from Insert. As always, a big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. They are extremely appreciated. And without any further ado, let's jump into the episode. So when we left off last time, we had a few units that could continue with their actions. So we will use Quora's stack here to engage a battle. So let's see if we can clear this out, hopefully without any trouble. All right. So, got a couple of animals, and we've got this Spirit Elemental that we have to watch out for. That's probably our biggest threat. And then Amelia, which we also have one as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them come to us. I see no reason to get aggressive here. I don't think that would be of really any benefit. So we're just going to back up ever so slightly. Park our Phantasm Warrior there. Melia can retreat, and our Spider can also retreat. We're going to let them come to us. Okay, a little bit of damage there. We did take a Broken Spirit, unfortunately. Alright, now one thing we have a chance to do here, I believe our Nymph can try for a befriend animal on the Arctic Wolf, and we could also try that on the Warg using Quora herself as well. So, opportunities there to perhaps gain some scout units or something like that. So, first thing though, we should attack the Spirit Elemental, do some big damage back there. That's great. And then we've got our Spitting Spider that could be of serious assistance in that regard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move out here with the Spitting Spider just to get out of the way. And that's going to free me up to be able to then go for that Warg. So let's see if we can do it. Nice. Okay, there's a Befriend Animal. Thankfully that was successful. We'll try again over here. Nice. 2 for 2. That's great. We'll park the Phantasm Warrior there. And then the Spitting Spider can advance like this and hit that Spirit Elemental for some pretty good damage. The Melia can step up. And sure, we can drop a heal on the Wolf. Why not? Ward can sit in defense. The Wolf can be in defense. Now we're just going to wait for the Melia and the Spirit Elemental to do their thing. Ouch. Okay, Spirit Elemental is toast. The Nymph did get kind of beat up there, but not a problem. The Melia, unfortunately, has Mind Control immunity, or else I would have just tried to grab her via Seduce. Importantly, too, I just realized that these Melia can evolve, and so my own Melia here, it would be beneficial if I could continue gaining experience. So one thing we can try is a Entangle. Okay, resisted. That's all right. Let's see. So I think we've exhausted all of our healing capability. Spitting Spider, though, could go for a web. Nice. Okay, that's great. This just gives me a chance. I don't know if there's anybody else I can... Oh, you know what? We can heal the Phantasm Warrior. That's good. Again, our Nymph can't seduce, but the Melia, 2 turns will have the healing. You know what? Maybe it's better to just go for the kill, but we'll end this turn here. And then Quora herself could potentially get the finish. Let's see how close she is. Still a ways from leveling. What about the Phantasm Warrior? Still a ways off. The Nymph is about to level, so there's an opportunity. We could get the kill with her. Spitting Spider still gaining experience. The Rock is already at gold medal. The Melia is not all that close. Let's get the level up with the Nymph here then. Again, maybe I should have waited and got the heal then one more turn, but oh well. That's great, though. Getting that Nymph some extra experience isn't so bad. Now we can head up here and clear out the Watchtower next. This will give us another opportunity to maybe get some healing done. So, for example, here, that Nymph we can try to heal. Let's see what we're fighting here. It looks like Draconians. So we've got a Draconian Warrior, which is basically a Tier 1, fairly standard infantry unit that has a shield. The Hatchling can evolve, of course, Tier 1 irregular. And then we've got this Draconian Fire Breather, which is a Tier 1 archer unit that has Burning Breath. Well, that's kind of neat. So it's sort of like a dragon attack, I guess. Okay, well, it's not quite as aggressive as a dragon attack. It's more like a firebomb that's just right in front of you. Okay, well, that's kind of a neat unit. Sort of a mix of different things there. Let's see if we get a stun here, maybe. Ooh, and a critical. Nice, there's a big stun. That's great. This should get us the kill, actually. Very nice. The Nymph can step up. We will drop a heal here. Wonderful. And otherwise, I think we're pretty much in good shape here. And we will just end the turn. I wouldn't mind maybe getting one of these units as well, just with Seduce if I'm able to. Well, let's see. Maybe we can get lucky here. Nice. There we did. Okay, that's wonderful. We'll step up with Quora and go for the stun. Nice. We got lucky with that. Spitting Spider, unfortunately, we can't get in there to web it. So I think we might just go for the kill. Okay, Spitting Spider now at 23 XP. The good news is the unit is stunned for a turn, so we actually are fine. Could just get the kill with our little hatchling if we really wanted to. Or we could just finish him off with the rock. You know what? Let's just get the kill that way. Yeah, there we go. So we can use all these extra units as scouts or kind of whatever we need them to be, which is wonderful. Alright, that's very clean. And now we should, yes, we should be able to go for this Sphinx Temple. So this is going to be potentially kind of dangerous. The problem is we don't really have a good, like, tank unit. The Phantasm Warrior is not bad, but has kind of low resistance, even with some of the upgrades we've gotten. And our Spider doesn't have quite enough health to be, like, a solid tank. The Rock can certainly do some tanking, but, again, we're not... Ooh, and look at what we're up against. We've got an Ignoculus and a Sphinx, as well as 2 Watchlings and a Mystic and a Sun Guard. So this is a pretty nasty battle. Importantly, the Sphinx and the Ignoculus both have mind control immunity, so we're not going to be able to use our any abilities to obtain them, like Seduce or anything like that. Might be able to seduce one of these Watchlings, though. I don't think they have... No, they don't. And they have the capacity to evolve, which is pretty solid. So I'm thinking they're going to be our prime target to try to seduce if we can. But we'll have to see how this battle goes. We may just have to focus on surviving. Yeah, this battle definitely has some risk associated with it, that's for sure. Okay, they're not going to come to us, so they're going to make us go to them. Well, this is a chance at least we can do some healing here. So let's heal up the Spider. Get that, at least get that started on cooldown so that it can... Oh, you know what? We can dispel. Yeah, let's try that. The Nymph can dispel this, perhaps. Okay, failed. Worth a try, though. Phantasm Warrior can advance. We want our Rock to move up as well. Quora could cast a spell here. We could throw a Fireball just to try to get them to start coming over to us here. Let's blast the Mystic. Thinking that's going to maybe entice them to start moving towards us here. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, it's not. Now, I can't sit back forever, because as you can see, I'm taking this extra damage, which is not super desirable. I do have my Melia, which can keep trying to heal, and I can also dispel that, which is great. Don't want to keep using up all my casting points, however... not really sure. Like I said, I don't want to waste my casting points. That's the thing I'm the most afraid of at the moment. If I ended up having to sacrifice the Phantasm Warrior, I wouldn't be, you know, super upset, necessarily. So, let's just kind of inch our way forward here. Maybe they will decide to attack us. Let's see. No, they will not. Okay, well, let's keep hitting them with fireballs, then. Alright, well, there's one unit dead, at least. And we can continue with the Dispel... just to try to get rid of some of these effects that are causing us grief. Ooh, and you know what? I lined myself up there. Not the best. Yeah, there. See, look at that. Oh, that was not smart. Ouch. I know I wasted 20 casting points, but I think at least that gave me a bit of breathing room. One thing I can do with the Spider is I can cruise over here like this and hit that Sphinx. I think I'm far enough out of the way that I shouldn't be too much danger of getting smacked. Nice, okay, we dispelled that on the Rock. The Rock could finish the Sphinx without too much difficulty. I could throw my Phantasm Warrior in there just to basically be a sacrifice if needed. I'd like to avoid that if I... you know, but I think that might be what has to happen. Quora is not in amazing condition at the moment, so that's a bit of a shame. could, however, step Quora over here, heal the Phantasm Warrior, and then use the Melia to heal Quora. Meanwhile, putting the Phantasm Warrior right there to kind of block hits. So I think we'll try that. This is a bit of a gamble because they could try to bypass and just go right around, which wouldn't be ideal. So I'm going to use the Melia, not to heal the rock, but to heal Quora, just because I can't afford to lose Quora at this point, obviously. Now let's kill the Sphinx. Wonderful. And then the Phantasm Warrior is just going to sit right there and try to stop them from really getting closer. I am worried about Quora getting hit, though. Okay, they went after my rock with their petrifying. Ooh, that's not good. Ouch. Okay, so the rock is getting flanked. That's not good. Now, here's an opportunity. Ooh, I can't... Oh, I can try for a seduction over here. Which might be a good way to... Again, I would love to get a watchling, but that's probably just not realistic given the situation that I find myself in right now. Ooh, you know, one thing, though, I could do is go for the entangle. Let's try that. Oh, they resisted. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that made things a little more challenging. That being said, it did turn them around, which is good. So our spider, though, could step over like this and get a big amount of damage on this watchling. Wouldn't be so bad. Let's do that. Ooh, and nice and a critical. That's huge. Okay, well, you know what? I hate to do it, but let's try the seduction here. Nice. Okay, we got it. That's big. Now, what we can do with Quora, without putting Quora in a ton of risk, there's no way we're going to save the Phantasm Warrior. That's just not happening. So, instead, what I'm going to do is go like this, kill this Watchling, and then use my rock more aggressively here to try to finish, or at least attack this Watchling over here. There we go. Okay. I'm a little nervous about Quora getting flanked here, but hopefully... Okay, there. That's fine. We knew that was coming. I think of our units, probably the most expendable, given we can just summon another one if needed. Okay, so now all we've got left is the Ignoculus. We can move in and try to web him, which would be a good move if we get it. Dang, he resisted. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we have no way to bring him in because he has mind control immunity. So we'll try for the stun, though. Nice, okay, that's big. Now we can just wail on him, which is awesome. Step up, give him the business. Wonderful. Sun Guards. Oh, you know what we can do with our Melia as well. Excellent. And then our Rock should be able to either, well, not quite get the kill, but close. Sun Guard can get the finish. And there's a good level up for them. So, all in all, not too bad. We did have to sacrifice our Phantasm Warrior, but I think probably worth it in the long run. And we got ourselves a Tigran Sun Guard, which is always a good unit. Oh, and look at that. Huge boost of knowledge and a jewel that we can basically sell. Urban Concealment not really being that big of a deal. Not really that helpful in my opinion, so we are going to sell that. Excellent. Look at that. Now, only one turn left to get School of Enchantment. And remember, this is the upgrade that gives all of our support units Inflict Stun, which makes them devastatingly strong. So, really looking forward to that. We also got a level up here with Quora, it seems. So, let's take a look. Oh, and look at this. Okay, Projectile Reflection is pretty good. And then Inflict Spirit Breaking. I think we're going to go for this because that imparts a Broken Spirit, which gives a -2 to Resistance, as well as -600 to Morale. That would improve our odds of landing a Seduction if we get it. So let's do that. Not to mention it softens the unit up, makes it more vulnerable to additional attacks and whatnot, especially attacks that are elemental-based. Now, one thing we could do as well is take this High Elf Protector, Tier 2 Infantry, and add that unit into the stack to replace the now deceased Phantasm Warrior if needed. So, really good. I'm very happy with that outcome, all things considered. And I think we will just tell Quora to stay put now. So, Karzan, again, the plan is to head over and try to clear the city. So, oh, and look at that. It's actually, there's nothing guarding it as far as I can see, unless something is concealed. Well, we can... Ooh, and the Wisps are gonna let up... Yeah, we'll let them run. going to say we can fight them, but might as well just let them run away. So next turn, we can use Karzan to clear this out, or take control of it, I should say. And the good news, too, is we've already cleared a lot of these structures, so as the city grows, it's going to benefit from a lot of upgrades there. Otherwise, let's see if we have any other units that need to move. I think our Theocrat maybe can still move, but let's just pan around here. Most of our Wisps have done their thing. Our Rogue is not... Yeah, so we have our Theocrat as well. Ancient Ruin here. Let's clear that out. Okay, we are up against a Dread Monkey Alpha, Dread Monkey Foulcaster, and a Mandrill, and we're also going to have Mass Curse in effect. So this shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think, but, you know, we'll just have to be cautious, make sure we don't do anything silly. Alright, so they're not going to hit us right away. That's fine. We can buff our units with a Touch of Faith. We can even do a Fire Plague. Heck yeah. Alright, let's see if they come to us now. I'm guessing they won't. Nope. Okay, well, then we'll go to them. So we will park our Beetle Knight right there. Everybody's just going to advance here. Alright. Okay, throwing that poop at us. Ooh, we took a bit of damage there, so we'll have to heal that. So we'll use Bestow Iron Heart on our Chariot. Wonderful. Alright, so we can flank the Dread Monkey Alpha for some big damage here. Let's do that. Wonderful. The Chariot is now freed up, and can probably kill the Mandrill right off with this... Yeah, with the Spear Throw. That's great. And then can probably just kill this Foulcaster pretty easily as well. We might as well get the Chieftain involved, though, and help out. So let's hit him a bit. Excellent. And might even be able to just finish him off with the Pistol Blast here. Okay, well, close enough. And then the Beetle Knight is very close to leveling up. The Chariot, also pretty close. Doesn't really matter who gets the kill, so let's use the Chariot. Alright, excellent. Alright, nice and clean, and we really didn't take much damage once we healed it up a bit. So, all in all, we've got a Raptor Egg, 30 gold, and some extra knowledge. I mean, I could sell this, but... You know, the knowledge I don't think is going to make a difference for this. It's going to finish next turn anyway. The Red Raptor Egg, I mean, getting an extra mount isn't bad, but, you know, it's a fairly low-value mount. It gives some extra fire protection, which isn't bad. But 140 gold, you know what? I think I'm going to sell it. I've got lots of vassals I want to bring in, so I think that's probably going to be just fine. Unfortunately, we can't quite make it back to the haste berries, so now we have to decide where do we want to send our Theocrat. So the Rogue is probably going to fight these spiders here soon. And then I'd love to get down and clear out this Sphinx Temple eventually. Oh, and holy crap, I didn't see this before, but this Dragon Dwelling, which we could pay some gold to make peace with, they have a Sphinx Temple in their domain as far as I can see there. That's pretty cool. Be nice to get control of that if we could. Let's take a look here. What's Caradon got? So it looks like he's got... heroes, a few mixed units, a lot of tier 1 units. That's fine, but you know, so he's got some forces there kind of doing their thing. So I think the Theocrat would probably be best served by heading this direction. I don't know if this shrine is cleared out yet. If it is, we can grab the buff or just clear it out or ignore it entirely. Head up and maybe clear out this watchtower. Maybe we go clear out some of these structures around here. And then we head into the Shadow Realm, perhaps. That wouldn't be a bad move for our Theocrat. Again, we had wanted to go there originally, but it just wasn't seeming possible. The other option is we head straight south and we go and see if we can cause some trouble with Brock Goldran. But either way, I think heading this direction is going to be the right choice for us, so let's do that. There we go. Alright, I think that takes care of our movement pretty much, so... Now we can do... ooh, nice. Ripura has finished a barracks. Let's see what that gives us access to. So now we've got the Arcane Archer and the Night Guard as well. The nice thing there is that, again, we wanted to build up a couple of units to be able to defend our city in the Shadow Realm and maybe start to clear out some of these structures around us. Some of these are out of our pay grade with just these units, say like this Beacon of Light or this Shadow Sanctuary with all these Tier 3 Draconians guarding it. But might still be good, so let's get a Night Guard at least. That's the Tier 1 Pikeman that has First Strike, Pole Arm, Armored, Shadow Demon Slayer as part of being a Shadow Elf, so I think this unit will come in handy. So let's get a Night Guard going. Alright, Dali Afra, we've got production choices to make here. You know what? We could do an observatory, and that would bring the trading post into the domain more quickly. 18 turns otherwise to grow, so let's do the observatory there. I think that's a good idea. Nurm. Let's see. Got a few options. The current production income isn't amazing. City's going to grow in 7 turns. We could do a shrine in 2 turns. Sure, why not? Laboratory in 3. Let's do the shrine, maybe. Alright, Hodin up here. That's the former throne city of Melenis. This is another one where I'm thinking the observatory might be good. Yeah, and it's perfectly efficient. We only have 50 production income, so let's get that observatory going. Alright, and that's going to do it for the turn. Maldora, we are not going to accept because we have nothing up there to clear anything out or make sure it's safe. And Gaven Crest, unfortunately, I would love to get these guys in and start developing it, but I'm a little worried about this spawning structure, and I don't have any units currently in the neighborhood, so as well, we are going to hold off. Oh, and you know what? I forgot. I was going to send... It's too bad I can't retract that. I was going to send Caradon another gift to see if that improved my relationship with him further. Forgot about that. Oh, that'll have to wait one more turn, I guess. Because I'd love to see if we can improve our relationship further and then potentially end up in an alliance with him. That is kind of the end goal there, so that would be fantastic if possible. Caradon making some moves. Looks like he won a battle. Maybe for that watchtower, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, never mind. Okay, he must have cleared that dungeon. Oh, and he got an ice troll. I'm assuming that's the reward he got for clearing the dungeon. That's pretty cool. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Brock Goldran is now the prime evil, and I'm the prime good, so probably not going to be pretty good friends with him given our difference of alignment there. I mean, that's not really a huge shock to me or anything, but... Yeah, I totally forgot about the diplomacy thing I wanted to do before I ended the turn, so we'll just have to remember to do that on this upcoming turn. And if we're able to improve things well enough, we might even be able to then proceed with an alliance proposal, which would be amazing. Okay, and those spiders moving around. Shoot, okay, our Wisp in the Shadow Realm getting attacked by Shadow Demons, including a Tier 3 Shadow Demon Brain. Well, sadly, we can't do anything about that, so... R.I.P. Scout. Made contact with Mole Billoth. Alright, lots of things going on here. Let's see what we can do. So, first things first, Draconian Race Governance. We can either improve our Flamers, or all shrines in Draconian cities are 35 gold cheaper to build. We're going to go for the economic upgrade because I don't anticipate using very many Draconian Flamers. So there it is. Brock Goldran is now the prime evil. Caradon won a battle. He did lose a couple of units, but cleared out a dungeon, which is pretty cool. Wow, and it had a Crimson Dragon. Nicely done for Caradon. Managed to win that battle against a bunch of Draconian Berserkers and a dragon. And he only lost 2 Tier 2 units, so all in all, pretty good for him. And then he gained a Tier 3 Ice Troll. Pretty decent monster here with Regrowth, Guardbreaker, Demolisher, Wall Crushing, Frost Weapons. It is dedicated to evil, of course, but still a pretty solid unit for him. Nice. Okay, School of Enchantment is now done. That means our support units are now massively buffed. We met the village of Mol Biloth. This is in the Shadow Realm. And unfortunately, they want us to pay them gold for a peace treaty. I am not happy to do that, so I will pass. I see a couple of alliance proposals here. Let's check those out. Nice. Okay, Destar, 134 gold. Absolutely. Oh, that's fantastic. So now we've got this one as a vassal. And then Tumok Underground, maybe? Yeah, that's goblins. We have enough for that. Let's do it. Oh, excellent. Look at this. A big, big goblin city underground. Guarded by a beetle knight, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, very happy to have a goblin vassal underground now. Let's see. Oh, nice. And we've got control of our throne city again. This is excellent. And it looks like, okay, and this is, now we can build a djinn. And the reason we can do that is because of our racial governance upgrade for nomads, and we have a great temple. So let's check the djinn out here. Okay. Oh, I like their design. So they're supposed to be kind of like a, I guess, kind of like a genie or whatever. They have shock bolts, melee strike, which does some shock damage, and then they have cosmic heal, restores 10 health to any friendly unit. Additionally, the unit is also bestowed with a cosmic radiance effect that grants +1 resistance and the ability to avoid attacks of opportunity. Outside combat, this ability will heal 10 to all units in the stack. 10 health. Oh, wow. So it heals all the units in the stack by 10. That's pretty amazing. They're floating, which is great. They're incorporeal. Incorporeal means 60% physical protection. Interesting because... Oh, I see. But because of their origin of lamp, they have 20% weakness. So they end up with 40% protection. So origin of lamp must be like their race, I guess. That's kind of neat. And they're considered a magical origin unit. They have deflect. This unit has +2 resistance against an enemy's first strike or ranged projectile against it. And that's a racial ability of origin of lamp. That's pretty cool. They've got blight protection. They've got pretty heavy frost weakness, 60%, and then 100% shock protection. All in all, this is a pretty solid unit. And you know what? I would definitely like to get my hands on one, especially just for that healing ability. That's very, very powerful. I wonder what do they get as they level up here? Let's see. Dispel magic. That's pretty good. And then they get inflict stun. Oh my god, these guys are amazing. And they're only tier 2. That's incredible. Wow. Definitely going to want to get a few of these guys. That's very, very cool. Alright, let's see what else we got. So, forge those alliances. Okay, before I forget, let's do this right now. Alright, so Caradon, we are at Trusting. Let's send him some more resources here. Send him some mana. We can let's give him like 150 mana. Send him that as a gift. Now, next turn, we're going to check and see if our Empire relations with him have continued to improve. You can see that +35. You gifted Caradon something valuable. I'm not sure now that we've already gifted him something. I don't know if it'll keep going. I'm assuming it will. And if we can get it to the next level, so whatever's beyond Trusting, then perhaps we'll be able to... form an alliance with him. Okay, so that takes care of that. Gavencrest and Maldora, we just don't have enough gold, and I don't really want them to join right now. Slaffy Hicks, let's take a look. Unfortunately, that's kind of far away from anything else we have, and we have nothing in the area. So this little wisp, I'm just going to keep exploring this way, I guess. All right, nothing to see there. Underground, we can keep exploring as well. We've got this little guy doing his digging. Let's keep that going. Extra resources coming our way from that, which is wonderful. All right, that's very good. This one can explore... see what's over here, I guess. Oh, interesting. Okay, we've got... let's see. Negotiate. Oh, they want some gold for a peace treaty. No, thank you. We can, however, grab the haste berries and continue exploring, which I will be happy to do. Let's go, keep going up this way, actually. All right, so I think that's more or less underground. We've got this wisp over here. Let's see. Ooh, there's some gold. Let's grab that. That was a great find. Very lucky there. Okay, so we met Valok. We've already dealt with that. As Bandaria finished that slaver camp, which is excellent. Now we can make outcast slavers. That's a pretty solid tier 2 cavalry that also has backstab, if I remember right, which is pretty powerful, along with hurl net. And then that gives us, ooh, look at this. Produce marauder influences. Slaver units produced at this dwelling gain athletics and inflict noxious vulnerability. Wow. Ceremonial Annexe. Unlocks the production of the Watchman unit. That's a tier 3 pikeman, if I remember correctly. Pretty powerful. Criminal Syndicate. This dwelling generates an additional 10 gold and 10 knowledge. Wow. Pretty good upgrades here for this this dwelling. I mean, I really want to get this Ceremonial Annexe, but that's pretty expensive, and I don't know if I want to spend all my gold on that right off the hop. So we'll kind of think about that, I think, before we do anything. So let's figure out maybe how we want to move our units. So, well, okay, first things first, let's grab this city, because we can. Grab control of it. We can absorb it. So we can purge the... we could go to Nomads, which we have a bunch of. Shadow Elves, which probably not as advisable given we're not in the Shadow Realm. And then Tigrans. We have lots of Nomads. And you know what? There's plenty of Barons around here in Tropical. Let's just take a look. So what do they like? They like Barons. And then what do the Tigrans like? I think probably the same thing. Yeah, they like Barons. Alright, well, let's do Tigrans. Even though it's an extra turn, that'll give me another Tigran city. I'm looking at what's around it. We've got the Lost Library, which has that Magic Academy, which boosts support units. We've got the Flowrock Citadel, or Flowrock Quarry, excuse me. Got a Magma Forge. All in all, that's pretty good. So let's do the Tigrans. Plus, that'll help with my race governance of Tigrans as well. So we're working on bringing that over to Tigrans. Now, as for what to do with Karzan, I mean, a lot of these structures are already cleared out, but some of these aren't. Like these farms, I don't think are cleared out. And you can see down here, this water node isn't. Got a dungeon over there as well. That's probably able to be cleared eventually. And we could move over and start doing some water structures, even though we're not really the best squad to do that. But I think going down this way isn't a bad idea. So let's at least start clearing this stuff out here. A bunch of Grimbeak Crows. Sure, let's let them run. Oh, nice. Okay, we can get some gold and a Siron Prospector. Tier 1 irregular unit. You know what? Sure, let's do that. Take a look here. So, fairly standard unit. Has shock protection, armored, Shadow Demon Slayer. We could use this unit as a bit of a scout if we really wanted, or we could have it as a city guard or something like that. We've got plenty of options there, which is fantastic. We've kind of done a good amount of scouting already, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to maybe send this unit over to the Shadow Realm now that I'm thinking about it. Could probably join in my Shadow Realm army and try to help out there. Alright, so that's all the movement for my rocks, so I'm going to just hold off there. And the melee is out of movement too, so we'll just... That's all they can do this turn. Quora, on the other hand, could do some... keep going north. I think with all these units, though, we're going to split them up. So let's send the Arctic Wolf up this way and see what we find. We can keep exploring that way. The Warg here can perhaps go maybe south, explore down here, and see what we find. Because we already have a Wisp over here doing some exploring for us, which is great. Yeah, and this one we're just waiting to become our vassal. Human city. So, ooh, and look at that. We've got some zombies. Let's get away from them. Don't want to lose our scout if we don't have to. Okay, so there's some water down there. We know that. This guy can move up the waterway here. Do a bit of scouting and all. Ooh, and there's a haunted boneyard. Okay, well, I think that's where we're going to head with Quora. So we'll go over there. Again, we do want to add a unit in. We can add the Sun Guard in if we really wanted. Leave them behind, though, just to move a little further, and I'm going to do that. There we go. The Draconian here, maybe I'll send even as a... You know what? The Draconian can come over and make contact with this little... Oh, we already did. Okay. They want gold. I'm not really willing to pay that. So I guess what to do with this little guy now. Let's send him down here. He can do some scouting straight south for us, basically. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Oh, the Warg. I almost forgot. Well, actually, maybe the Warg is the one that should go down that way. Ooh, I do see an underground cave there, entrance. Let's do that with him. When I should have grabbed those haste berries maybe on my way through. Oh, that's okay too, though. Alright, Theocrat and Rogue time. So, with the Rogue, I'm going to head over and attack these spiders, I think. So, let's do that. This could be a tricky battle, because obviously these spiders are tough customers. Now, we have Charm, but I don't know if that would work on the spiders here. I have to double check if that Vampire Spider Queen has mind control immunity. I don't think so. Does not. Okay. So we'll just have to be cautious here. What I'd like to do, I think, is probably pull back. Okay, and then let them kind of come to us. So I'm going to throw Fire Plague on the Queen. Nice, okay. Buff our units a little bit. And then I'm going to put the Ignoculus in front here. Alright, now one thing we can do with our Rogue is throw on a Rain of Poison Blades, which, fortunately, not super effective, but we can at least do some damage. Not the end of the world. I'm a little worried about this unit getting webbed. Let's see if that happens. Oh, thank goodness we resisted. Nice, good kill there. Oh, never mind. The Spiderling isn't quite dead, but very close. Oh, and look at this. We got a 45% chance. Well, let's try it. Oh, dang. I was really hoping that was going to work. Alright, well, we'll get the flank kill with our Spider Baby. There we go. Now, the good news is this unit is debuffed, and so this should do more damage now, which is good. One thing we can do, though, is let's get our Commoner in behind to turn him around. Oh, nice. Big critical there as well. Ignoculus can do a bunch of fire damage, too, which is great. Let's blast from behind, though, for that flank shot. Wonderful, and then this should be the kill. Amazing. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. And now it's just the black spider that's left. Oh, and that commoner. Oh, no, the commoner died. Well, again, not the end of the world. Let's see. Black spider. Dedicated to evil. Doesn't devolve. Good chance for our Ignoculus maybe to level up here. Vampire Spider Baby also pretty close. Let's try for the web. Nice. Okay, that's great. We can try for this as well, just for the experience. Yep. And then let's get our Ignoculus over here and get the finish and maybe the level up. Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, our Rogue, unfortunately, we lost that Commoner, which is too bad, but we should now hopefully be able to engage this battle as well. Ooh, it's guarded by 2 Minotaur Bulls. That's kind of tough, but I'm hoping we'll be able to handle it. This is a little tricky, though. Problem is, right now, I don't really have a melee unit, so if I could mind control one of these guys, that would be very, very helpful. Alright, are we out of range? Not quite. Okay, well, we're gonna back up like this, and we're gonna try and hit this guy with a debuff. Okay, that's fine. Ignoculus is gonna be up front to tank some damage. Might end up tanking a little more than I want, though. Spider Baby's going to go back here. Okay. We've got enough for one spell left, so I'm thinking we'll save it for a quick dash if we need it. Alright. Ooh, this is going to be nasty. Yep, look at that. Oh, that hurt a lot. And we could go for the web or just for some damage in behind for a flank. Let's see. I think we should go for the damage, quite frankly. Nice, okay, that's good. We have a chance to get a charm. Oh, and you know what? I should have done it on this one. I have a higher chance. But let's do it here. Nice, okay, that's wonderful. And then the Ignoculus should be able to just get the finish here. Okay, great. Well, now we've got the Minotaur, at least. And that alleviates one of our other problems, which is we don't have, like, a melee unit to kind of tank damage. The Ignoculus was able to kind of do it, but not really best suited for it. Now we've got this Minotaur Bull that has Charge, Demolisher, a shield, gets Magic Shield as well. That'll be a good addition to our army, so very, very nice there. So we'll wait till next turn, and then we can fold in the Minotaur into this squad, which I think is going to be great for us. A good level up there for our Rogue as well. Now at level 8. Stealth Commander would give Force Concealment. That's not really going to help us. Inflict Severely Poisoned. That's not bad. Crippling Wounds. That's also not terrible. Coup de Grace. Extra casting points isn't bad. You know what? Assassin Strike. Let's go with that one. That's always a good upgrade. Gives you a very powerful kind of just one-shot attack that can really do some damage. Now, again, the big question is what to do with our Theocrat. And I'm really thinking going up here, clearing this out, going in here, getting rid of some of this stuff for us, maybe even clearing out the tomb, and then heading to the Shadow Realm is probably going to be a great idea. I do see one of Brock Goldrand's cities is over here, though, so maybe I should think more about potentially dealing with him, because I'm assuming fairly soon, I think it is still worth clearing this out, though. Fairly soon he's probably going to declare war on us, is be my guess. Could summon another unit to join in with my Rogue, potentially. That being my Summon Fantastic Creature here that's ready to go. We met this outpost. We're already dealing with that. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see. We've got a few more wisps to control around, I think. So this one... Now, maybe we go into the Shadow Realm with this guy as well. Since he's kind of already exhausted. Yeah, there's nothing else really to explore up there. So, yeah, let's go into the Shadow Realm there. Let's see if we've got any others. Still waiting to do their thing. I think we've moved most of our units, quite frankly. This little guy, of course. We don't know what this is yet, so let's make contact here. Ooh, the undead. Okay, they are not pleased with us. Not really a big surprise, given that they are pure evil and we are good. So, let's stay in the mountain there and get out of their way. We can head over and grab those haste berries next turn and try and get out of this area. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, research choice. You have Summon Hellhound, but quite frankly, not really needed at this point. Shadow Realm advantage. Makes all units gain Shadow Walker. And a bunch of units types gain Shadow Running as well. That's not bad. I think we're going to go for this Summon Node Serpent just because it only takes 2 turns, and then we'll have a very powerful guaranteed tier 3 unit, which is huge. That's a big deal. Makes a really big difference for us there. Alright, so let's see now. Who needs this fantastic creature the most? I mean, Quora, I think, is in pretty good shape now. She's got the Sun Guard to join her group. She's got a tier 3 Spider and the Rock, so I'm feeling pretty good. She's also got this High Elf Protector that can join in. Ooh, got some undead to deal with, including a Lich. Let's take a look at that. Oh, very cool. So, Bolts of Malediction. Oh, that's neat. Weakening, heal undead, cause fear. Projectile resistance, mind control immunity, inflict brain rot. Considered a support unit. That is pretty darn cool. Gas breath, energy drain, steel enchantment are all things he gains as he levels up. Oh, that's a neat unit. Tier 3 support undead unit. Very, very cool. But yeah, I think Quora is just fine. So really, I think probably the rogue is the one who might benefit the most. My Theocrat's army is quite strong as well. Little heavy on the cavalry, but that's okay. We've got a good infantry unit there to tank damage. So I'm feeling pretty good there. So yeah, it's probably the rogue, or we summon it in the Shadow Realm. Whoops. In the Shadow Realm here to continue bolstering this army. That's the other option. But frankly, we've got reinforcements likely on their way to the Shadow Realm, so I think probably best suited for the rogue here. So let's do that. Oh, and look at that. Now we've got a Maloculus. That's a tier 3 unit that has Eye of Madness. Wow. It's also... Oh, this unit is considered fearsome. Oh, that's amazing. I really like the way this thing looks. It's terrifying. It does a whole bunch of different types of elemental damage, inflicts spirit breaking. Oh my god. Mind control immunity, total awareness. Protection against most types of elemental damage, either 40 or 20%. Very cool. Well, my rogue army is now extremely strong. We can probably get another one going in the meantime while we're waiting. We are going to have this in 2 turns, so maybe we just ignore this and go for a Phantasm Warrior in the meantime. So let's do that. Rip your... Okay. What do we want to produce here? We've got units coming to assist, so in the meantime, let's just focus on the city. It's going to grow in 2 turns. I mean, a storehouse wouldn't be bad, just to help with growth rate. Let's get that going, maybe. Yalasser. Okay, so... Choices here. Again, we could go for the Ceremonial Annexe, but that's pretty gold expensive, so I'm going to go with the Criminal Syndicate instead. And then we'll do that other one after. Yalasser. Again, Hall of Trials would be ideal. Just keep improving our ability to make good units out of here. But for now, I think we will just do merchandise. Our Throne City. Okay, let's get a Djinn going. I'm really excited. I just want to see one of these in action, quite frankly. And then over here, this guy can just stay put. This little army we were sending, perhaps, to go into the Shadow Realm, and I really like that idea. So let's grab that, and then head over and get into the Shadow Realm as soon as we can to try to assist those units that are already there. And that's going to do it for our turn, so we will end it right there, I think. We've already sent that gift over, if I remember correctly, so we will see the outcome of that next turn, hopefully. It would be very nice if we can get an alliance going with Caradon. As I said, I had the opportunity to try to wipe him out, and I chose not to because I thought, you know what? We haven't really explored the diplomatic side of Age of Wonders 3. Usually I have set teams rather than, you know, this kind of free-for-all where the teams aren't fixed. So I'm thinking that's going to be a lot of fun if we can have... And, you know, I mean, having another... Nice, okay, so he accepted my gift. We'll have to see if that improved his perception of me, which I'm hoping it would. You know, we've got pretty solid gold income when you look at it. I mean, that's pretty good. So really, I don't have too much to complain about. Okay, Brock Goldran is going. Again, I highly expect him to end up fighting me. Ooh, I see one of his units over here. There's a Wisp doing some... Ooh, on the border of my area there. Thankfully, there's a Lord of the Deep guarding it, so should be just fine there. There's even some more mermaids out here. Oh, and what's this? Crossbowman. So I believe he's probably now made contact with Caradon. Okay, let's check this out. So he's accepted the proposal. That was just the mana. Let's see what his perception of me is now. Excellent. Okay, now it's friendly. So before, it was, I think, trusting. Now it's friendly. So I'm going to see maybe if we're now good enough buddies to perhaps have an alliance. I wonder if I can also gift him some mana. Just to continue to improve things. We'll send him mana and offer an alliance. You know what? Let's actually get rid of that. We'll just do the alliance and see if he accepts it. If he doesn't, we'll just keep feeding him mana to make him happier with us. All right, so alliance proposal. We'll send that over. Now that we are in better shape with him, I'm hoping he'll accept it. That would be wonderful. Alliance proposal from Efindorlan. 60 gold, absolutely. Happy to have that. There's another vassal for us. Yeah, that's excellent. So, lots to do now. I think we'll maybe just pick one thing and then call it an episode. I suppose we could maybe clear out the undead here. We've got a skeletal Hulk, skeleton guardian, warrior, another just standard skeleton, and then that lich. That could be a pretty tough battle for us. Thankfully, we've got, you know, pretty good units now. So I think we could handle it without too much trouble. Can also add in our High Elf Protector as well to assist. So that might be a good way to kind of end the episode. I'm just looking at what else we could do. With our Rogue, we could try the Sphinx Temple. Now we've got the Minotaur Bull, and we've got these two Ignoculus and Maloculus, which could be pretty deadly. So, yeah, decisions there. I'll have to think about that if I want to try that or not. Gain the Theocrat, we can clear out this Watchtower. That'll help us with vision. So, yeah, I think just to finish off the episode, let's go fight some undead here. Alright, so, let's just engage this one. Again, we do have to be careful. This is going to be a tough battle. And Chant of Unlife is going, so this could get nasty pretty quick. Just a reminder, that means the corpses of undead... Each turn, a dead unit will come back from the dead under the caster's control as an undead ghoul. So if any of my units go down, they're going to basically revive as an undead ghoul on the enemy team. So, pretty powerful spell. We have to be very, very careful. Just make sure we don't end up in a bad situation. I would like to avoid my leader getting hit with brain rot. That would be a very undesirable situation to end up in. Let's try and stun that skeleton if we can. Okay, no luck there. It's good fire damage potential, though, so what if we step a little closer? No, still not a guarantee on the kill, unfortunately, so I think we will pull back. We'll put our Sun Guard in front. Protector can move over as well. We will get our Malia out of the way and our Rock in there. The Nymph can move back. And the Spitting Spider can go there and blast the skeleton for a bit of damage. And I think we're going to just let them come to us. Okay, so healed the undead. Not a huge surprise. Okay, well, now we've got a good opportunity for a flank shot here with our Protector. So let's do that. Wonderful. Alright, now, the Skeletal Hulk is pretty nasty. And this Guardian is pretty nasty, too. Because, as you can see, it's Tireless, Defender, Projectile Resistance, and has a Sun Shield. Thankfully, it's an infantry unit and not a pikeman, so that helps me a little if I wanted to charge in with my Rock, but still a bit scary. Could try and stun the Lich or the Hulk. I'm going to see if I can stun the Hulk. Nice, okay, that's good. That helps us out a bit. In the meantime, we can head over. Yeah, I think we should probably deal with these two, so let's charge over. Okay, pretty good work there. Sun Guard can just cruise over as well. The Melia, on the other hand, can cruise over and heal the Rock, so let's do that. The Spitting Spider could just charge in and go for the Hulk. Or, you know what? Go for a web. Let's do that. Nice. That's pretty good. Now, we could tie up the Lich here, which isn't the worst idea. You know what? Let's do that. Okay, and then what I'm going to try to do, I think, with the Nymph is just protect my hero a little bit. Now, I'm a little worried about getting flanked with the Sun Guard there, but... Ooh, hitting us with Weaken. Okay, that's not great. Good kills there, though, so not a huge problem. The Melia can jump in behind and go for an Entangling Touch. Okay, not successful, but we did get the level up, which is great. Okay, now up here, the situation isn't so bad. So, you know what, we can just try and stun the Lich again. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay, no luck there, but we can just whittle him down that way. There we go. Hit the Hulk for big damage. There's the kill there. The Nymph can assist as well. Blast that warrior for some damage. And then we'll just cruise over with the Nymph and the Protector. And then this should be pretty clean to just finish this up. Melia getting beat up a little. Not ideal, but that's fine. I don't think anyone's able to really be healed at the moment. The Nymph, though, can try to dispel this. Okay, well, failed, but worth a try. Spitting Spider is already leveled up. Probably just get the kill with the Melia. I'm actually gonna get the kill, I think, with the hero, though. Get the charge. Nice. So there, Quora getting some more experience. Usually a good thing for her. Oh, wow, and look at this. Steel Panther Armor. +1 defense, and you get Martial Arts. That's a great upgrade. And then you get Hooch of the Crooked Adventurer. Inflict break body and soul, and you get +1 spirit. So, strength. Let's see what that is, though. Break body and soul. Melee and ranged attacks can inflict broken units suffer +20% spirit weakness. Effect can stack multiple times on the same unit. That's pretty solid. We're definitely taking that upgrade. And then let's jump over here, and we can equip that to our hero. Now, this, I think, would probably be best with a different hero and not with Quora. So let's figure out who we might want to give this to. Let's just see our other heroes quick. Who's missing torso gear? Karzan has some decent stuff. Our Theocrat and our Rogue. I'm going to send it to the Rogue because of that Assassin Strike. We might be using the Rogue a little more aggressively. It's going to take a while to get to her, but I still think that's worth doing. All right, well, hey, I mean, that went pretty darn well. Again, we're getting pretty close to leveling up this Melia. So now we got to decide where we want to go. That's the next big question. But you know what? I think that's a decision for next time. So we will zoom out, take a look at how things are going. Remember, we've sent that alliance proposal over to Caradon, so hopefully that pans out. All in all, pretty happy with how it's going here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Definitely still got some work to do, though. And it's going to really depend on whether we're able to forge that alliance or not. If we have to kind of turn around and go and fight a war against Caradon, it could definitely change things. So, in any case, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.